Welcome back to the channel, Tea Times for Two, Golf Travel for Couples. Hey, I'm Scott, and today we're in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana at the Iberostar Bavarro Golf Course, and we're going to rate the golf course and answer the question, is Iberostar Bavarro worth the play when you're in Punta Cana? So stay tuned. For those of you new to the channel, we rate each golf course and each resort based on 5 categories. The first category being the layout and or the playability for all levels of golfers, both the high handicapper and the low handicapper. The second category is the aesthetics or the beauty of the golf course and the resort as a whole. The third category is the course conditions, what shape of the tee box, the fairways, the greens, how well kept is the resort or the golf course, the cart paths, how new are the carts, do they have GPS, all of those things. The fourth category is amenities. What all does the golf course offer besides golf? Does it have other activities? How well stocked is the pro shop? Do they have restaurants or multiple restaurants on site? Does the locker room have shower facilities for guests? And if it's at a stay and play resort, what kind of amenities does the resort have as well? And then finally, the fifth category, probably the most important to couples out there, just like you and Cheryl and I, is value. How much bang for the buck are you getting? Again, we don't mind paying for a 5-star golf course and resort as long as we're getting a 5-star experience. So what kind of value are you getting? Okay, let's get started. The first category, layout and playability. For layout, we're going to give Iberostar Bavarro 4 stars. And for playability for all levels of players, both the high handicap and low handicap player, we're going to give it 4 stars. As you can see on the scorecard behind me, Iberostar Bavarro runs from about 4,700 yards from the front tees all the way back to 6,718 yards or so from the back tees. Iberostar Bavarro is a PB die design right next to the Iberostar Bavarro Resort in Punta Cana. PB, for those of you who aren't familiar, is Pete Dye's son. He's done a number of courses all over the world. Some in Myrtle Beach, one of my favorite, Prestwick Golf Club. Great architect. The golf course has a variety of holes with some elevation changes, which is kind of unusual. It's got lush vegetation all throughout the golf course. It's got even got a waterfall on the golf course. It's got a nature preserve, hole 16 and 17 there, where even a tower where you can look at the nature there. It's got 105 white sand bunkers that were in immaculate shape and perfect to hit out of, and you could really spin the ball out of them really well. As typical of a PB or Pete Dye golf course, there's lots of mounds, a lot of grass bunkers and pot bunkers and railroad tie bulkheads that you would find on a PB or Pete Dye golf course. Surprisingly, there wasn't that many forced carries for a high handicap player, which was good for Cheryl. They even have in the Dominican, if you haven't been, if you're not familiar with, depends on who you book your rounds through, but they have shuttle service that will pick you up at your resort and take you to the golf course and then pick you up after your round's over and take you back to your resort, even when you're not staying at the Iberostar or even in that particular area. We stayed at the Excellence El Carmen, and it was for a lot further north, about 45 minutes north, and they still picked us up from our hotel right from the front door. Just took us to the golf course, picked us up when we were ready to leave, took us right back. So it was great. They have daily package. They have a 3-hole package, and then I think they have an unlimited play package. I'll put the link to their website, the Iberostar Bavarro, in the description below. But I believe they have unlimited play for 7-day package even. I really enjoyed the layout, but I'm a big fan of Pete Dye and PB Dye golf courses. Some of my favorites, TPC Sawgrass, Harbor Town, Prestwick, and Myrtle Beach. Absolutely love them. Category 2, aesthetics or the wow factor. We're going to give Iberostar Bavarro 4 stars. The course winds through a tropical foliage jungle, really. It's got quite a few water holes. It's, like I said before, it has a waterfall, 105 bunkers that were just pristine. Again, peat dye or PB dye course. Lots of mounds, bunkers, grass bunkers, pot bunkers, lots of railroad ties in there. Reminds me a lot, like I said before, of Prestwick in Myrtle Beach. If you've played Hilton Head or played Harbor Town on Hilton Head, it'll remind you of that as well. There was even, like I said before, a nature preserve back on the back nine between 16 and 17, which was really cool. You could pause and go out and climb a tower and look out over all the tropical birds and animals going by, because you saw all kinds of wildlife on the course. Some of our favorite holes that stood out to us aesthetic wise. Number one, it's a short par 4 dog leg left, really short par 4. Green. It's flanked on the left by one of the many lakes that you play around on this. It's a really nice, soft, gentle start to your round, which I love. Number 4, which you can see on the screen here, is a long par 4 dog leg left, which has a waste area down the entire length of the hole on the right side, and then all down the left side is just dense jungle. It's really a pretty hole, very tough hole. Number 8, which you can see, is a medium length par 3. Green was surrounded by a bunker that was the shape of the Iberostar logo. So you might put a picture of it up here. You can see, which was kind of neat. Number 10, another one of the short par 4s that had kind of a cape hole that has water down the left side on the entire hole. So it's rather risk reward hole. Kind of like, I don't know, 18 at Pebble Beach or 18 at Sawgrass. You can bite off as much as you want to chew there. Number 11, really long par 3, guarded by pot bunkers, and then had water over on the right. It was a terrific hole. Love that hole. It really stood out. It was one of Cheryl's favorites. Number 12, you're getting out away from the clubhouse there. A short par 4, lots of mounding on the right side of the fairway, and then you had jungle all down the left side. Great hole. Again, you can almost drive it, but you're bringing that jungle into play on the left. 13, we got caught in the monsoon there for about 10 minutes. I mean, a torrential downpour. You probably see on the video here. It was a reachable in 2 par 5. Jungle all down the left, the green protected by a lake. When you got up, in fact, the second shot, you bring that lake into play. Great golf hole, and we got to see a lot of it during that storm, but it passed quickly, and it was like it never rained after that. In 16, you had a really cool short par 3 over water, and the nature preserve right there behind it, jungle on the left. It was one of the only few forced carries for women, but it was really just a short little shot for her, and we loved it. In fact, we even stopped and went up in the nature preserve. I'll put some shots of it up there in between 16 and 17, because again, we were out there by ourselves, especially after that little squall came through. And 17 is another par 5 that you can reach into, but you have to hit 2 really good shots. And the men's tee is a must carry over water just to get to the fairway, and jungle all the way down the left side, the entire hole. It's a really good hole. And then 18, strong, really strong par 4, pretty lengthy little par 4. The green's protected. You have a massive mound on the left. I think you can see a picture of it here. And you got water on the right, and you got a great view of the clubhouse as you're coming in right there, and people sitting out on the little patio area there, practice area off to your left. All in all, it was a really cool layout. We really enjoyed our round there. I was pleasantly surprised with this one. All right, category 3, course conditions. We're going to give Iberostar Bavarro 5 stars. We were there the second week of July, in the middle of the summer, and the course was in terrific shape, as you've seen on our pictures and videos. It was immaculate. The tee boxes, the fairways, the greens, all were in great shape. Again, you've seen some of our other videos. You know how much I love paspalum grass, and tee to green paspalum grass, and the lies were perfect. Even after we had that torrential downpour for about 10 minutes on 13, you can see the water standing on 13 there. The course was in terrific shape. Cheryl and I both enjoyed playing Iberostar Bavarro very much. A lot of it had to do with the terrific layout. I mean, you had a great mix of holes. The mounding was great. I love peat dye and PB dye mounding. Foliage was gorgeous. I mean, jungle, tropical look. You knew you were in the tropics on this golf course. The bunkers were pristine. the nature preserve added to it. It was just a really cool day. It was very well spent. Course conditions, definitely 5 stars. Category 4, amenities. We're going to give the golf course of Iberostar Bavarro 4 stars. The resort, I can't tell you because we haven't stayed at an Iberostar resort. We stayed in a couple of excellence resorts, which we highly recommend. We've stayed in, I don't know, multiple of the Sandals resorts, which I can take or leave. I highly recommend the excellence resorts, but I can't rate the Iberostar Bavarro resort itself. But the course, 4 stars. The clubhouse was really nice. You can see it was really pretty on the inside. The pro shop was well stocked. Again, like I said before, they have a shuttle service that literally picks you up at your resort, takes you to your to the golf course, will pick you up when you want them to come back and pick you up, take you back to your resort, and it's all part of your green fee package. It was excellent. In fact, our driver was awesome. He was a big Red Sox fan and big Poppy fan, big Poppy from the Dominican. So we talked baseball and Big Poppy the whole way. So he was excellent. Made the trip that much more fun. Their locker room, if you've seen some of our other videos, was awesome because it had, in the locker room, you had fully stocked. You could shower, clean up if you wanted to, if you were wanting to fly out. After you played Iberostar Bavarro and you were going straight to the airport, they had shower service with everything you'd need to get cleaned up and lockers. It was excellent. So the restaurant was really nice. So we had a little bite, but while we waited on our driver to come back, so we would give 4 stars. In category 5, value. I'll tell you up front, I didn't book through the golf course itself. I booked our tee times in the Dominican through Caribbean Tee Times, and I'll put a link in the description down below for that. And this is what it cost us in July, and I'll put these up on the screen for you. May through October 31st in the morning was $159. And then their twilight rate after 1 was $119 when we played. The shuttle fee, if you weren't staying in the Bavarro area, and there's numerous resorts in that area, but if you were staying like we did, we stayed at Excellence El Carmen, which is one of the furthest north in the Punta Cana area. It cost us $10. Lower, it was on the lower end of the prices for courses in Punta Cana and Cap Cana area. So, you know, value for us, for what you got, for the quality of the golf course. Like I said, I don't mind paying $150, $200, even $300 at some of the places we played, if you're going to get a 5-star experience. And Iberostar Bavarro was excellent. It was a great layout. It was in great shape. We were treated great by the staff. The shuttle service was excellent. The court, we had the course to ourselves. We never saw anybody, but played in under 4 hours, even after waiting 10 minutes through that storm that passed through. So definite value, definitely would play it again. If I go back to Punta Cana, it'll be one that's on my list. In fact, I liked it more than one of the other ones we played, which was more expensive and much more highly rated. So put this one on your list. All right, let's recap. Iberostar Bavarro. Overall score, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Before we do that, let's get Cheryl, the woman's perspective on it, on Iberostar Bavarro. It's one of the low end, price-wise, of the courses in the Dominican. But I was pleasantly surprised when we got there. I thought it was a really good golf course. What did you think?
I loved it. I did. It was beautiful. I mean, I was all about the scenery there. It is tropical, lush, green. There's bird sanctuaries. I mean, I was taking pictures on every hole, stopping and looking around. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. I really did.
There was a lot of lakes and jungle lining the golf holes, and flowers and palm trees and coconut just everywhere.
And we played on a day where a thunderstorm blew through right in the middle of our round. And everybody else was going in, and we stayed.
And we stayed out in the jungle, actually.
And then it was even cooler after that because the rainbow came out, and it was like, okay, I'm so glad we stuck it out because it blew through. It was pretty hard when it blew through.
Oh, it was blowing 35, 40 mile an hour.
I thought, are we crazy? But it just kind of added to the experience, I thought, afterwards, because you're in this tropical area and it's just rained, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah, we'll put some video up there probably behind her right now. We're sitting there in the tropical downpour. We just pull up inside the little jungle foliage there and didn't get wet. We just watched it pour like crazy.
I was a little nervous, but it was okay.
Well, we didn't have any lightning. So.
No.
It was good. But yeah, I thought it was very well laid out. PB Dye golf course, Pete and I love. But surprisingly, it was much easier. We played Lacana. If you can check out our video next week, which is a PB Dye course as well, but it was a lot longer for women and men. It went 7,500 yards from the tips. And for women, it was like 5,500. This one was much shorter, much more playable, I thought, for a higher handicap player. And again, just scenery everywhere, lakes running through the course. You didn't have the holes on the ocean that you had at Lacana.
That's true,
But
the scenery was so pretty.
clubhouse was nice. The shuttle service was nice. We didn't have to rent a car in the Dominican, which was nice. Yeah. Yes. So we had the shuttle guy. In fact, we had the same shuttle guy at both courses. We did. He loved him some Big Poppy.
He did. He loved it.
So let's see. Overall score, I'm going to give Iberostar Bavarro 4.5 stars, almost 5 stars for me. What did you think?
Oh, I'd give it 5 stars.
5 stars?
I loved it. I'd go back.
That's the question we posed at the beginning. Is Iberostar Bavarro a must play in Punta Cana? I think absolutely. For the price, I think what was it, $155, something, 135, something like that in that area to play with a free shuttle service from our resort, which wasn't close. Our resort, even to the Bavarro area, was probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah. So just saving me a price of a rental car for a week to play a couple rounds of golf was worth it. And the staff was great.
Very nice.
Yeah, the driver was great.
The house was beautiful.
Golf course was gorgeous, as you've seen on the video. So definitely, I think it's a must play.
Yes.
You agree?
Absolutely. As always, remember, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe below so that we can keep providing more content to couples like us who love to play golf and travel.
Be sure to check out or to come back in next week and check out our next video in the Caribbean series, as we're still here in the DR and we're going to play Lacana Golf Course at the Lacana Resort in Punta Cana. And please check out our other video series from Bandon Dunes to Cabo San Lucas to Scottsdale and others from all around the golfing world. So we'll see you out there next time.